శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ 2008 లో స్థాపించిన కళాశాలలో MBA, NAC A గ్రేడ్ మరియు ISO సర్టిఫికేషన్ సాధించిన మొట్టమొదటి కళాశాల శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ త్వరలో అటానమస్ కాబోతోంది.
2014లో ISO గుర్తింపు, 2015లో రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వంచే A గ్రేడ్, 2016లో NAC A గ్రేడ్, ఇప్పుడు NBA సాధించిన సంస్థ శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ.
Good morning everyone. In the last classes we discussed about the second unit, that is special semiconductor devices such as Zener diode, breakdown mechanisms and its applications, varactor diode, photodiode and tunnel diode. Okay, today I would like to explain SCR, silicon controlled rectifier, that is the PNPN diode. Okay, and next UJT, unijunction transistor, and its construction, operation and VA characteristics, and LED, light emitting diode. Okay, first topic is SCR. SCR means silicon controlled rectifier. The SCR is an unidirectional device. Unidirectional means it allows only flow of current in only one direction. Okay, first of all, SCR is an unidirectional device. Uni means one, and a single direction. It allows the flow of current in only one direction. Okay, but unlike diode, it has a built-in feature to switch on and off. Okay, that is the switch on and off. The switching operation of the SCR is controlled by an additional input called the gate. This is the gate. This is the symbolic representation of the SCR. Okay, one terminal is the anode, second terminal is the cathode, and third terminal is the gate. Okay, this is the three terminal device. And the switching property of the SCR allows to control the on periods of the SCR, thus controlling average power delivered to the load. Okay, construction. This is the construction of the SCR. SCR is a 4-layer PNPN device. Just like this is the PNPN device, where P and N layers are alternatively arranged. P and next one N and next one P and next one N alternatively arranged. The outer layers are heavily doped. These two layers are outer layers P, N. These two are both are heavily doped. There are 3 PN junctions, okay, called J1, J2, J3. Junction J1, this is the arrow mark. Cursor పెట్టాను కదండి, ఇక్కడ చూడండి. That is the J1. This is the J2 and this is the J3. 3 junctions. Okay, the outer P layer is called the anode. This is the anode. P terminal is called the anode, while outer N layer is called the cathode. This is the cathode. Middle P layer is called the gate. This is the gate terminal. The three terminals are taken out respectively from these 3 layers. Okay, this is the SCR is the PNPN device. Okay, PNPN device. And next there are 3 PN junctions. This is the junction J1, this is the junction J2 and this is the junction J3. Outer P layer is called the anode and N layer is called the cathode. Middle P layer is called as the gate terminal. This is the 3 terminals. or taken out respectively from the 3 layers. Anode must be positive. This is the positive with respect to cathode. To forward bias the SCR, but this is not sufficient criteria to turn SCR on condition. To make it on, the current is to be passed through the gate terminal. This is the gate terminal denoted as IGT. Okay, current in gate terminal is the IGT. Thus, it is a current operated device. So, current produce అవుతుంది కాబట్టి that is the current operated device. Anode is the positive with respect to cathode. So, cathode is negative. Okay. So, in this, not sufficient criteria to turn SCR is on condition. Suppose, to make it on, the current is to be passed through the gate terminal. That is the IGT. Current in gate terminal, IGT. So, that is called, this is the current operated device. 3 types of constructions are used in manufacturing the SCR. Okay. Construction is the planet type, first one. Second one, Mesa type. Third one, press pack type. And another one is the operation of the SCR. Working principle. So, this is the PNPN device. This is the anode and this is the cathode and this is the gate terminal. Junction J1, J2 and J3. First condition. The operation of the SCR is divided into 2 categories. First one, when gate is open. This is the open condition. Gate is open condition. Consider that the anode is positive with respect to cathode. So, anode is positive with respect to cathode. And gate is open. The junctions J1 and J3 are forward biased. Junction J1, this is the J1 and J3. Okay, both are forward biased. And J2 is reverse biased. There is a depletion region around J2 and only leakage current flows, which is negligibly small. Okay, in these 3 junctions, J1 and J3 are forward biased and J2 is the reverse biased. Okay, in this reverse bias condition, only leakage current flows, which is negligibly small. Practically, the SCR is said to be off condition. So, this is reverse bias. Both are J1 and J3 are forward bias. No current flows in the J2. So, SCR is said to be off condition. This is called forward blocking state of the SCR. Forward blocking state of the SCR. And voltage applied to the anode and cathode. Voltage. This is the voltage is applied to the anode and cathode. With anode is positive is called the forward voltage. So, anode is positive, that is called the forward voltage. And next, with gate is open condition, if a cathode made positive with respect to anode, suppose cathode is made positive with respect to the cathode. Cathode is made positive with respect to the anode. Both the junctions J1, J3 becomes reverse biased. This is positive. So, automatically J1 and J3 are reverse biased and J2 is the forward biased. So, polarities are reversed. First one, anode is positive, cathode is negative. Forward biased condition. In this forward biased condition, J1 and J3 are both are forward biased, J2 is reverse biased. Suppose polarities are reversed. anode is negative, cathode is positive. In this condition, J1 and J3 are the reverse bias condition, J2 is the forward biased condition. Still, the current flows is a leakage current. In this, leakage current is flows, which can be neglected as it is very small. In this reverse bias, current is very small. The voltage applied to make cathode positive is called the, so cathode is positive is called the reverse voltage. This is the reverse voltage. So polarities are reversed. So that is called the reverse voltage. And SCR is said to be reverse blocking state. So this is the reverse blocking state. And in the forward blocking state means anode is positive, cathode is negative. That is called the forward blocking state. Suppose polarities are reversed. Anode is negative, cathode is positive. That is the reverse blocking state. Okay. In forward blocking state, if the forward voltage is increased, so in this voltage is increased, the current remains almost zero up to certain limit. The current will be zero. At a particular value, when reverse biased J2 breaks down and SCR conducts heavily. Suppose forward bias, in this forward bias voltage increases. In this condition, forward bias voltage is increases, the current remains almost zero, certain limit. Okay, at particular value, reverse bias junction J2 breaks down. Forward bias is increases, automatically J2 breaks down. Okay, and SCR conducts heavily. This voltage is called the forward breakover voltage VBO. Forward breakover voltage VBO of the SCR. In such condition, SCR is said to be on or triggered. On is also called the triggered. This is the first condition when gate is open. In this gate is open, first one anode is positive and cathode is negative. In this such conditions, J1 and J3 are forward bias, J2 is the reverse bias. And second condition, cathode is positive, anode is negative. J1, J3 are reverse biased, J2 is forward biased. So no current flows. So SCR is off condition. And third condition, in this anode is positive, cathode is negative, and that is the forward blocking state. This forward voltage is increased. In such condition, SCR is to be on condition or triggered. And the second one, when gate is closed. Okay, this gate terminal is the closed terminal. Consider the voltage is applied between the gate and the cathode. In this gate and the cathode. When SCR is an forward blocking state, this is the forward blocking state. The gate is made positive, this is the positive with respect to the cathode. The electrons from N-type cathode, which are majority in number, cross the junction J3 to reach to positive of the battery. Okay, suppose voltage applied between the gate and cathode is when the SCR is in forward blocking state. This is the gate is positive, cathode is negative. So in this condition, the gate is made positive with respect to cathode. The electrons from N-type cathode, in this N-type cathode, which are the majority in number, cross the junction J3. This is the J3 to reach to positive terminal of the battery. Okay, while electrons from p-type move towards the negative of the battery. This p-type moves to the negative terminal of the battery. And this is the battery terminal, positive and negative terminals. This constitutes the gate current. Okay, this current increases the anode current as some of the electrons cross the junction J2. As anode current increases, so in this anode current increases, more electrons cross the junction J2 and the anode current further also increases. Due to regenerative action within short time, the junction J2 breaks. This J2 terminal is the break and SCR conducts heavily. The connections are shown in figure. Okay, once SCR conducts, the gate loses its control. Thus, if a bias voltage is applied to the gate, the value of the forward voltage Vf required to turn on the SCR decreases. Hence, the gate control is more convenient and useful method to turn on the SCR. Okay, and characteristics of the SCR. This is the operation of the SCR. This is the VI characteristics of the SCR. Okay, forward characteristics. This is the forward characteristics. Forward voltage is taken in the x-axis. Forward voltage. This is the reverse breakover voltage. In the y-axis, forward current IA and the reverse current. Okay. Forward characteristics. It shows the forward blocking region when IC is 0. This is the IC, gate current. This is the IC. Okay, IC is 0. It also shows that when forward voltage increases up to VBO. This is the VBO, forward blocking region, forward break over the voltage. This is the break over the voltage. Okay, it also shows that when break voltage increases up to VBO, in this up to VBO condition, the SCR turns on. In this region, SCR is on condition and high current results. The drop across SCR reduces suddenly. Okay, which know the ohmic drop. This is the ohmic drop. In the 4 layers, the current must be limited only by the external resistance in series with the device. It shows that if the gate bias is used, then as gate current increases, less voltage is required to turn on the SCR. Okay, with the gate current, this is the IC1, IC2 and holding current is IH. This is the forward region. If the forward current falls below the level of the holding current, in this holding current IH, then depletion region begins to develop around J2 and the device goes into forward blocking region. When SCR is turned on and off state, the resulting forward current is called the latching current, IL. The latching current is slightly higher than the holding current. Okay, that is the forward characteristics. And next one, reverse. Reverse characteristics. If the anode to cathode voltage is reversed, then the device enters into the reverse blocking region. This is the reverse blocking region. Okay, enters into the reverse blocking region. The current is negligibly small and practically neglected. If the reverse voltage is increased, in this reverse voltage is increased, similar to diode at a particular value, avalanche breakdown occurs. This is the avalanche breakdown. Heavy current flows and large current flows through the device. This is called the reverse breakdown, and the voltage at which this happens is called the reverse breakdown voltage VBR. Okay, the forward break over the voltage is greater than the reverse breakdown voltage. This is because depletion layer width of the J2 is more in forward blocking state than the width of the depletion layers of J1 and J3 in reverse blocking state. Okay, this is the characteristics of the VA characteristics, forward characteristics and reverse characteristics. And another one, merits of the SCR, advantages. Very small amount of gate drive is required. SCRs with high voltage and current ratings are available. On-state losses of SCR is less. Losses of the SCR is less. So disadvantages. Gate has no control once SCR is turned on. External circuits are required to turning it off. Operating frequencies are low. Additional protection circuits are required. And applications of the SCR are mainly used in devices where the control of high power, possibly coupled with high voltage, is demanded. Their operation makes them suitable for use in medium to low high voltage AC power control applications such as lamp dimming, regulators and motor control. Okay, SCRs and similar devices are used for rectification. Okay, rectification of the high power AC in high voltage direct current power transmission. This is the SCR. And another topic is LED. LED means light emitting diodes. Okay, this is the symbolic representation. This is the symbolic representation. Anode, cathode. Anode is positive terminal and cathode is a negative terminal. Arrow marks. Okay, LED. So LED is an optical diode and it is a PN junction device. So LED is an optical diode which emits the light when forward biased condition. So in this forward biased condition the light is emits. So LED which is similar to the PN junction diode apart from the two arrows indicating that the device emits the light energy. Normal PN junction diode is like this, anode and cathode terminal. This LED is additional two arrows. So in this arrows indicating the device emits the light energy. So basic operation. So when PN junction is forward biased. So this is the PN junction. This is the P and this is the N. So P is positive terminal of the battery, N is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So this is the forward biased condition. When PN junction is forward biased, the electrons cross the PN junction from N-type semiconductor material and recombine with the holes in the P-type semiconductor material. Okay. And when PN junction is forward biased, the electrons across the PN junction from the N-type semiconductor material and recombine with the holes in the P-type. Electrons are recombined with the holes in the semiconductor material. The free electrons are the conduction band while the holes in valency band. Present in the valency band. Thus the free electrons are at high energy level with respect to the holes. When free electron recombine with the hole, it falls from the conduction band to a valency band. Okay, once again repeat this. Thus the free electrons are higher energy level with respect to the holes. Electrons have the high energy than the holes. When free electron recombine with the hole, it falls from conduction band to the valency band. Thus the energy level associated with it changes from higher value to lower value. The energy corresponding to the difference between the higher level and the lower level is released by an electron while traveling from conduction band to valency band. Okay. In normal diodes, this energy is released in the form of heat, but LED is made up of some special material which release this energy in the form of photons. This is called the photons, which emit the light energy. Such hence diodes are called the light emitting diodes, LED. So in this electron or hole recombine. In this electron or hole recombine, it produces the light. This process is called the electroluminescence. Okay. So basic principle of this process, the energy released in the form of light. So in this is the energy form of light. This is the valency band and this is the conduction band. The energy released in the form of light depending upon the energy corresponding to the forbidden gap. So valency band and conduction band separated by the forbidden gap. This is the forbidden gap. In this forbidden gap, the energy is released in the form of light. This determines the wavelength of the emitted light. Okay, the wavelength determines the color of the light and also determines the whether the light is visible or invisible. That is called the infrared. The various impurities are added during the doping process to control the wavelength and the color of the emitted light. Okay, for normal silicon diode, suppose normal silicon diode, the forbidden energy gap is 1.1 electron volts and the wavelength of the emitted light energy corresponding to the infrared light spectrum. Hence, in normal diodes, the light is not visible. Infrared light is not visible. Materials used in LEDs. Which materials are used in LEDs? The LEDs used the materials like gallium arsenide phosphate, gallium arsenide phosphate, gallium phosphate. Okay, these are all the mixtures of the elements gallium arsenic and phosphorus. Gallium arsenide LEDs which emit the radiations which are infrared. Okay, hence invisible. Infrared means invisible. Gallium arsenide phosphate produces red or yellow visible light, while gallium phosphate emits red or green visible light. Some LEDs emit blue or orange lights also. Okay, and next construction. First of all, construction of the LED. One of the methods used for the LED construction is to deposit 3 semiconductor layers. Okay, deposit 3 semiconductor layers on the substrate. In between P and N, there exists a active region. 3 regions are, okay, P region, N region. In between active region, the active region emits light. When the electron and hole recombines, when the diode is forward biased, holes from P type and electrons from N type both get driven into the active region, that is the middle region, and when they recombine, the light is emitted. In this particular structure, the LED light emit, okay, all the way around the layered structure. Thus the basic layered structure is placed in the reflective cup so that light from the active layer will be reflected towards the desired exit direction. Okay. These are all the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of LED is LEDs are in smaller size. Okay. And the brightness of the LED emitted by the LED depends on the current flowing through the LED. So hence brightness of the light can be smoothly controlled by the varying current. Okay. And next one, third, LEDs are fast operating devices. These are all the fast operating devices. LEDs are light in weight. LEDs are available in various colors. LEDs are long life. LEDs are cheap and readily available. LEDs are easy to interface with various other electronic circuits. Some LEDs radiate infrared light, which is invisible but still useful in some applications like burglar alarm systems. And next, disadvantages. Luminance efficiency of LED is low. The characteristics are affected by the temperature. Need large power for the operation compared to the normal PN junction diode. And it draws considerable current, requiring frequent replacement of battery is low. Power battery operating devices. Okay, that is the LED.